So question 8a says calculate the value of x if we have this expression. What we have here is a sigma notation, which represents the sum of a certain amount of numbers applied to this rule is equal to 711. Basically, in other terms, the sum of a certain amount of numbers will give us 711. But how many of those numbers there are, we really do not know. And actually, that is something we want to calculate. So we are looking for this number on top here. If we read the sigma notation, it says the numbers from 3 up to a certain number x, we apply them to this rule and we sum them all together, we'll get 711. So we have to use formulas and the knowledge that we already know about sequences and series and try to compute what the value of this x might be. One thing, or we can start off by calculating the number of terms of this sigma notation. So we know that the number of terms is top number minus bottom number plus 1. So n, which is the number of numbers we are adding up, is related to x by the formula n is equals to x minus 2. Therefore, what we can do is we can expand on this pattern in order to find out the nature of it. But just simply by looking at it, we see that n here is, or the variable that we are substituting into is a variable like that, and it is not a power, which lets us know that what we're dealing with is an arithmetic sequence and not a geometric, which grows exponentially. So we can still get the first few terms by substituting in 3, because n is 3, meaning we start from 3 and go onwards. We don't start from 1 like some of them usually do. So substituting 3 into this, we get 3 times 3 is 9 plus 5, we get 14. And then substituting 4, we get 3 times 4 is 12 plus 5 17. And then we can get the last one as substituting 5, which is 15 plus 5 20. Now we can tell what the difference is. From 14 to 17 there's a difference of 3, and here there's a difference of 3 as well. So our a value is 14 for this pattern, our d is 3, which means we can solve for this using the following formula. Sn is equals to n over 2 2a plus n minus 1d, like that. Then Sn, we already know that's 711. N, the number of terms, is what we're looking for, such that we can then find x. So n is what we're looking for, n over 2 over 2a is 14 plus n minus 1, again that's what we're looking for, multiplied by d, which is 3. So we can simplify this, multiply both sides by 2, we get or maybe let's simplify what's inside the bracket first. So keep this at 711 and n over 2. 2 times 14, that will give us 28. And plus 3n minus 3. And then we can just rearrange it such that it's 3n, and 28 minus 3 is 27, 26, 25. So 3n plus 25 is what we left it in there. And then what we can do is we can multiply both sides by 2 now, and then multiply this 2 inside. So if we take 711 and multiply it by 2, we get 1422 is equals to, then what's left is n, we multiply that inside, we get 3n squared plus 25n. And then we can divide through, or maybe not divide through, but just collect your like terms, or collect all the terms to one side such that we form a trinomial. Once we have this, we can use our quadratic formula which states x is equals to, in this case we're not solving for x but n, so n is equals to minus b, which is 25, plus minus b squared, which is 25 squared, minus 4a, which is 3c 1422, negative 1422, all over 2a, which is 3. From this you get two values. One will be 18, or you'll get n is equals to minus 73 over 3, of which this won't be applicable. Therefore, your answer is n is equals to 18. But we're still not done, because what we're looking for is x. So we go back to our formula and we say n is equals to x minus 2, substituting n as 18 is equals to x minus 2. Take 2 to the other side, we get x will be equal to 20. So x is equals to 20. What this n is basically telling us is that there are 18 numbers in between 3 and 20. There are 18 numbers that we're adding up to get 711, and that's how you would do this problem.